Hello lads and lasses, I hope everyone's doing okay, and I am back this time with a quick preview of tonight's games in the National League, and what I believe the predictions are going to be for this one. At the end of the video, if you like the video, like and comment your predictions on the game for the National League fixtures for this evening. Right, we'll get straight on with it. The first game is Aldershot up against Southend. Now, Southend, they've been on a bit of an upturn in situations so far. So, I should say their form has really picked up. They did get a win last time out at the weekend. And as if we look at the table for them at the minute, Aldershot are they're in 17th. They've drew 2 of their last 3, and they're playing Southend, who are pulling away from the relegation trouble now with 3 back-to-back wins in 18th. So there's a point between both of them, and like I said, 3 back-to-back wins for Southend. This is going to be a difficult one. This I'm going to fancy Aldershot to win this one. I'm going to go for 2-1 for Aldershot to beat Southend, but I think it will be a very, very tight game. Next game is Bromley. Up against Woking. Bromley getting the 2-1 win against Grimsby at the weekend. Enough said about Bromley, especially where we're concerned at Grimsby. Things aren't good between the two clubs there. I think Woking, they're a decent side. So they won at the weekend. This could be a coin flip. I'm probably going with my heart here more than my head. I'm going to go for a Woking win over Bromley. Just narrowly. Probably, I think we'll go for Bromley 0, Woking 1. Next, we've got Dover Athletic. They're about to play Eastleigh. Dover cannot buy a break. Dover cannot buy a break. Eastleigh are doing fine in the National League. They're 14th. They have lost the last 2. But Dover Athletic haven't won a game in over a year. They have not won a competitive game in over a year. Can you believe it? And I'm sorry, Dover. I hate it. But I really can't see Dover. I can't see Dover getting a win this year, to be honest. I can't see them beating Eastleigh. I think Eastleigh will have too much for them. Eastleigh's form's been pretty decent up to the last 2 games for them. I fancy him to get a 2-0 win here over Dover. Dover just, they're -8. You've got to say, they're down, really, aren't they? To be honest, they're nearly 30 points or so off safety. They're all but down. I can't see them getting the win over Eastleigh. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win, like I say, for Eastleigh over Dover Athletic. And the 4th game is Halifax against Boreham Wood. Halifax Town versus Boreham Wood. This is 2nd against 5th. And Halifax lost at the weekend. Boreham Wood got a draw. It's a top of the table clash. This one as well will be televised. This is televised. It's going to be on BT Sport from 7:15. So if there's any Bournemouth fans that cannot get there. It is on BT if you want to watch that. Like I said, from 7:15. Halifax obviously looking to come back after their defeat last time out. Bournemouth, again, you've got to give a lot of respect to Bournemouth, what they're doing, without Tshimanga. We'll just have to see how they go in this one. I'm going to go for Halifax to bounce back, narrowly a 1-0 win for Halifax over Bournemouth. Stockport County up against Maidenhead. I don't know where Maidenhead have found this form coming into at the moment, but they're playing the Hatters, who are flying. Their form is really, really good at the moment. Maidenhead, like I said, they're picking up results again, like you wouldn't expect. I mean, Stockport County have won their last 5. They're third on 45 points. Scored 44 goals this term. They've won 14 times out of the 23 games they've played. And they could go top tonight. If Bournemouth take something against Halifax, they could go top tonight with a win. And I do fancy them to get the win. I do fancy them to get a win against Maidenhead. But then Maidenhead aren't going to be as much of a throwaway as they were probably a couple of weeks ago. I mean, they've won 3 out of the last 4 games. So they're going to feel confident going into this. But I do fancy it to stop. I'm going to say 3-0 to Stockport in this one, because at the minute, Stockport are absolutely flying high. Next game, of course, we've got Torquay United up against Solihull. 2 decent teams. Solihull are in and around the playoffs at the moment. Torquay are starting to surge up a little bit. Torquay is sitting 11th, while Solihull are up to 9th. And it's this is a tough one. But I'm actually going to give the win to Torquay. I think Torquay they're really starting to believe. Unbeaten in the last 3, 4 wins out of the last 5. 3 wins out of the last 5 games. I'm going to give this to Torquay, like I say. So, no, not because they're at home. I just think that, they've really started to turn the corner. I'm gonna say 3-2 to Torquay over Solihull Moors. Next we have Wealdstone up against Notts County. Notts County obviously getting a lot of games at the minute postponed. For one reason or the other, whether it be weather or whether it be COVID. They're coming up against Wealdstone. Wealdstone are... I don't want to write these teams off, because these are the teams that the top teams seem to underestimate. I mean, as you can see, Notts County are just inside the playoff places. And they're against Wealdstone, that's just above the relegation zone, with about an 8-point cushion. So Wealdstone's got... They'd probably say this is a free shot at Notts County. It's one of those games that if Notts County don't approach it the right way, Notts County could lose this if they don't approach it the right way. I'm going to go for them to get the win, though. 2-1 against Wealdstone. Weymouth up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Weymouth are third bottom. Dagenham and Redbridge are, again, another team in and around the playoffs. I can't see Dagenham not winning here. I'm going to go for a score of Weymouth 0, Dagenham Redbridge 3. And the final game of the evening is a big one down at the racecourse ground. Wrexham face Grimsby Town. Now, Wrexham have just signed former Lincoln, Wimbledon, Grimsby striker Ollie Palmer. The price that I've seen that they have signed Ollie Palmer for is ridiculous for this level. Stockport signed Paddy Madden for about £250,000. Wrexham signed Ollie Palmer for £300,000 just yesterday. To me, that's a desperation signing to me. And that's not saying that Ollie's not a good striker, but £300,000 worth? I'll tell you something, Wimbledon must be absolutely over the moon with that money they've got for Ollie Palmer. But Grimsby obviously down in 10th. We're on a bit of a torrid run at the minute. Only 2 wins from the last 12. And this is a difficult one for me. It's obviously with me being a Grimsby Town supporter. We did beat Wrexham last time we played them. They've obviously only lost 1 of the last 5. Well, as I said, we've only won 2 of our last 12. And it's at home. It's going to be, they're going to want to put a show on because it'll be their first game back with crowds. I'm going to say a draw in this one. I'm going to say Wrexham 1, Grimsby Town 1. I don't think Grimsby's got enough to cause some damage and could take something from it. So I'm going to go for Wrexham 1, Grimsby Town 1. They are my predictions for this evening's National League games. Let me know what your predictions are for the games. So leave me a comment. Subscribe to the channel, that always helps me out. And I will be back ahead of the weekend games for the next round of predictions. But get them down below. What do you guys think? And just before I go, the suspension of Chesterfield's manager James Rowe, who got suspended yesterday for some sort of misdemeanour. It's not looking good for him, is it really? I wonder how you Chesterfield fans are feeling at the moment about everything going off at your club. How you guys feel about it. Let me know down in the comments as well. How do you feel about how things are going with your club and what's going on? You've had such a good season so far. Surely you can't let this start making you give you a dip, But we'll see. They're not playing tonight, but I'd like to get the National League's National League supporters feel on how they feel about the whole situation. And as I said, your score predictions and what you think is going to happen in tonight's games. I will speak to you all later on. See you soon.